had yet liberty.
Yep. They despised it. The same shall know it after death by pain.
Yes.
Because they despise wisdom.
Yep.
He that despiseth the word. Oh, Proverbs 13 and 13. Get Proverbs 13 and 13.
The sting of death. Yep.
I got a preview real quick to go with Noah. Sirach 44 and 17. Noah was found perfect and righteous.
Oh, you hey, go ahead. Bring it back out.
Bro, looking for it.
Yeah. Noah was found perfect and righteous. In the time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore, he was left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. An everlasting covenant was made with him, and all flesh should perish no more by the flood.
Get Proverbs 13 and 13.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. The law.
He that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Read the next verse. The law of the wise is a fountain of life. To depart from the snares of death. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's why we're trying to get our people to depart from the shadow of this world.
Yeah.
Yep.
The left hand wisdom.
Because you're gonna die. You're just gonna die, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be grievous.
Yeah.
Hey, they tell you. Oh, matter of fact, y'all seen that movie, The Prestige?
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that movie, right? When he was like, man nearly drowned to death and he got brought back. He was like, what did he say it was like? Because the guy, he was trying to comfort the guy after his wife drowned to death, right? He said, she said it was like going home. Then like later in the movie, he said, what the guy really told me, he said, what it was like, he said, it was agonizing. I forgot exactly the quote, but he said basically it was agonizing to die. You got it, bro.
1 Corinthians 15 and 55. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to Yahweh, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Because he shared the wisdom with us, man. Okay, he made us joint heirs with him in wisdom, with the elect, the remnant with wisdom, that we may be able to be wise unto salvation. And then that glory and that power comes with that as well.
Also his sacrifice.
And his sacrifice was the most important in that example that he said. You still in Sirach 4?
Sirach 4, yeah.
Yeah, he was right
I'll read it again. Sirach 4 and 17 again. And for at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment with her with him with her discipline.
We'll torment him with our discipline. Hey, ain't no off time, ain't no breaks. Discipline don't ever cross the line. That's our people. People always want to take a break and take it easy and cross over and they call them backslidings. No, man, ain't no time for that. We're in the fourth quarter. We're in overtime. And every shot, there can't be no turnovers, can't be no bad shot attempts. Can't be no lapses on defense.
Bad passes.
No bad passes, bro. No, crisp. You gotta be on point. You got it, bro.
And torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
Trust his soul and try him that he's gonna continually use wisdom. You can't be like, I'm gonna use wisdom, next time, I'm gonna choose the flesh, then I'll go back to, you may not make it back after you make that decision of the flesh. You gotta stay on making decisions of wisdom.
I got to pray real quick.
You got it?
Sirach 18 and 14. He hath mercy on them that receive discipline and that diligently seek after his judgments.
That receive discipline and diligently seek discipline as well.
And diligently seek after his judgments.
Yep, after his judgments. That's right.
I'm gonna read Sirach 4 at 17 and 18 in the Good News translation. This is what it says. Sirach 4:17 in the GNT version. It says, at first, wisdom will lead you along difficult paths. She will make you so afraid that you will think you cannot go on. The discipline she demands will be tormenting, and she will put you to the test.
Don't Jake be mad? Don't Jake be mad when you make them choose the right decision every time?
You get frustrated.
They get frustrated. Hey, I'm gonna be straight up and honest. My sister used to hate when I would give her the right answer to do. She used to hate that shit. Nobody got time to be doing all that. Man, you about to go through all kind of shit by not using that information I just gave you. Jake just want an excuse to go off.
One of the excuses to do what they want to do, and the majority of the time, it's the wrong thing. It's wickedness.
Yep. But when Jake really is a wise person, they hear you speak. Well, yeah, there it go. That's what I'm gonna do.
See, that's the straight gate.
Straight gate.
But they don't. And Jake wants to go to that Broadway because it's easy. You know, it's world friendly. It's PC.
Yep. You got it.
It says, the discipline she demands will be tormenting, and she will put you to the test with her requirements until she trusts you completely.
Requirements.
Until she trusts you completely. Then she will come to you with no delay, reveal her secrets to you, and make you happy. But if you go astray, she will abandon you and let you go to your own ruin.
So that's what we say. You can't fuck up and not use wisdom. Now you're gonna have bastard slips, things of ignorance, and so on and so forth. But that's what you learn. You're gonna have those situations where you're not gonna be sure. You know, the timing and the understanding of okay, that's the growing pains. But that's when the chastisement of the Lord comes in. It may seem to be grievous, but joyous. That he may be fully exercised thereby. I mean, that you become more of a complete person. All right, through those experiences.
Hey, wisdom tried King Saul. Yep. The Lord gave him a simple instruction, and he couldn't follow. Yeah. And basically after that, because at one point in time, Saul was great. He even had the spirit of prophecy on him. He was a king and a prophet. But then after he did what he did, the spirit left him. And that's why King David, and when he said in his prayer after he went off, he was like, cast me not from thy presence and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Because he saw what happened to Saul. He saw exactly what happened to Saul when the Lord took the spirit from him. He fell to his own ruin. He started bugging out after that, man.
Wow.
Nothing but evil spirits started to trouble Saul.
Yeah, he went to
then he started going to the wizard, the woman that deals with familiar spirits. Yeah.
I'm trying to think how it was said.
Paul was in the spiritual. Samuel was in the spiritual world.
No. When, basically, when he went off, what it says at the end of that verse in Sirach 4, it said, "Then will leave him to his own ruin."
Yeah.
And he began to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
He waxed worse and worse. Talking about Saul after he went off.
Yeah, but we seen what happened to Jonathan though. Jonathan was in the house of David, man. Even though he was the son of Saul, man.
Yeah, he was really carnally of the house of Saul, but he was spiritually of the house of David. Didn't the apostle just go into that not too long ago?
Yeah, he committed suicide, right, King Saul? I think
he laid upon his sword.
Yeah, he laid upon his sword.
Right,
and David, you know, he came upon that Amalekite and asked him, you know, who did it, and he basically he threw his neck out there. Was like, yeah, we did that. He you know, I think he was lying, but he said that to David, not realizing that David was like, yo, you just killed the anointed.
Right. And even though, show you how righteous David was, even though Saul wanted to kill David, he still, you know,
he was reverence to him.
Yeah.
He had many chances to kill Saul.
Yeah. He still didn't do it. He still referenced him as the king, as, you know,
man of the Lord.
Man of the Lord.
David showed character and integrity.
Yeah.
Which those are traits that you have to have if you're going to be a leader or a king.
Those are traits that you got to have to hold this wisdom and this truth, this knowledge.
That's it. He could have had King Saul's head.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man. Hey, you can find all types of moments when certain men of the Lord displayed their wisdom, man. Like King David, when he who was that he came across? If he didn't play retarded, they would have tried to kill him.
Was it the Hamites?
He was sloppy.
He had drool coming down his beard. And he said that this man is mad.
This is the king.
Yeah. But that goes back to using subtlety. Paul did that with Agrippa.
Yep.
You know, the same scripture where vocab tried to use to say, you know, so what about King Agrippa?
Yeah.
He
almost converted me to be a Christian.
right.
Yeah.
What about what Paul said, our brother, that you not be in these chains?
Yeah, that's right.
But you can see it.
He was just using subtlety. He was using wisdom. Because of course the king has the power of pardonship.
Yeah.
You know, he could take it up to the Caesar and be like, yeah. He could give the good word to the Caesar about him, and if Caesar would be like, all right, well he's good then, he's pardoned.
Okay, he must be good.
Paul could have pulled a Donald Trump and shit.
Yeah.
Got Kodak in them. You know? Yeah, man.
But then Trump pardoned a bunch of people on his way out.
Yeah, that was Caesar. Caesar had the power to do that. You know?
Because he had to pardon Paul, because Paul still had work to do. Paul could have cussed him out like Stephen, you know, but hey, it wasn't his time to, you know, he still had work to do. It wasn't his time to go.
Yeah, it's all perfect. Who was holding? Somebody else was holding?
I just read some rock.
Oh, shit, how we forget? Susanna.
Oh, yeah.
Counting Susanna. Daniel.
used wisdom.
Which the word Daniel is what?
Judge.
Judge of the power.
Yep.
Daniel Allah. You know? Yeah, I counted Susanna.
It's I gotta highlight that. It's toward the end.
Shit, you can really read that whole chapter. That's a good
worth. Yeah, it's worth reading.
And when you read about her, she like spiritually, she symbolizes the elect. Because the elect are going to be exonerated. They're going to be justified.
We're going to be falsely accused as well in these days coming.
Hey, Revelation 12 and 10, the accuser of our brethren is going to be cast down.
They shall deliver you up to the kings and governors.
Yep.
And I forgot what it said in Matthew 24. Yep, you got it, bro.
The history of Susanna. There dwelt a man in Babylon called Joachim, and he took a wife whose name was Susanna, the daughter of Chelcias, a very fair woman and one who feared the Lord. Her parents also were righteous and taught their daughters according to the laws of Moses. And Joachim was a great rich man and had a fair garden joining unto his house, and to him restored the Jews, because he was honorable than all others. The same year were appointed two.
That's the time of the Babylonians. It was all right. He was restoring Israel, you know, letting us live by our statute, laws, and commandments and different shit. It wasn't completely trying to destroy us like in the time of the Greeks. Just referring back to that. You got it.
The same year were appointed two of the ancients of the people to be judges, such as the Lord spoke of. That wickedness came from Babylon, from the ancient judges who seemed to govern the people. These kept much at Joachim's house, and all that had any suits in law came unto them.
I call him Joachim. Like
Joachim. Okay.
Yeah, that's easy. Sounds right.
Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her. And they perverted their own minds and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgments. And
So
all
those dudes they didn't have fear. They let their flesh get the best of them. You know?
and albeit
That's why the Lord later he said when you look on a woman and lust after her, you have committed adultery in your heart already. Which that's not saying if you look at any woman. That's saying if you look at a married woman, and you start to envision, with sexual thoughts behind it, that you've already done it, because now you're thinking about doing it. And once you do it, that's it. So those men, they were guilty, man. Go ahead.
and albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet durst not one show another his grief. For they were ashamed to declare their lust that they desired to have to do with her.
These dudes was wicked as hell, because back then our women, they didn't dress slutty like they do now.
It wasn't like she was walking with booty shorts on or something.
Exactly.
She was covered up.
They dress modest, so for you to still lust after her and she's covered up, like you a demon, man.
Don't get me wrong, she was hot, but still.
She was it said that she was fair looking, so she had to be hella, like, real beautiful. Fine as hell, man.
Still, you ain't supposed to be looking with that type of eye though. Regardless.
Exactly.
And she was married.
Yeah.
Right.
To a governor. Go ahead.
But they were ashamed to declare their lust that they desired to have.
See, this is wisdom was trying them.
Yep.
Them two wicked bozos, man.
They chose the flesh.
Yeah.
To the spirit.
Go ahead.
Desired to have to do with her. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time. So when they were gone out, they parted the one from the other, and turning back again, they came to the same place.
Yeah, they both act like they were gonna walk away, and they both so bad. What you doing back here?
Yeah.
They both was conspiring to sneak up on her.
And
They both had the same wicked thought in their mind.
And after that, they have asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust. They appointed.
I had to come back and get one more look, man. She bad, man.
Then appointed they a time both together when they might find her alone.
So they plotted against her.
Wow.
But they
And-
might find her alone and basically rape her.
And it fell out as they watched a fit time. She went in as before with 2 maids only, and she was desirous to wash herself. Is that desirous? Desirous, like it.
Yep.
To wash herself in the garden, for it was hot, and there was nobody there save the 2 elders.
And there was nobody there.
So basically, they're saying she was undressed. She was getting undressed to bathe herself. It was the same thing that Solomon saw when Bathsheba, when he was on the roof and he saw Bathsheba bathing.
Yeah.
That's the same exact scenario. So you would think that these dudes would at least learn from Solomon's situation, showing you that wisdom was trying them in that moment, and they still failed. You know. Go ahead. And it's like now that you didn't seen her nakedness, you can't unsee that. You know. Now you know what it looked like. You looking at that now. You know. You know what happens to you when you see a chick with no clothes on, naked, especially if she right. Yeah. King David, man. It's like I said, Solomon. With a tongue. King David did the same thing, man. But she was already spoken for. She was married.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead,
And there was nobody there save the 2 elders that had hid themselves, and watched her. Then she said to her maids that had hid themselves and watched her. And then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls and shut the garden doors.
Washing balls, yeah. She want it was hot in the house, so she wanted to go out and bathe outside, you know. But she tried to cheat.
Which would have been private. It would have just been her with her maids out there. It wouldn't have been no men around.
Yeah. And shut the garden doors that I may wash me. And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders, because they were hid. Now when the maids were gone forth, the two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, Behold, the garden doors are shut, and no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us, and lie with us.
In other words, let us run the train on you. Let us.
Meaning, they didn't want her to cry out like we know it's in the law.
If thou will not,
it was almost like they're basically like making a threat. They blackmailing her, like, hey, and if you even think about it, they gonna believe us over you. You know, they gonna believe our words over you. You know. Go ahead.
Behold the garden doors. Okay. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee.
Cold-blooded setup, man.
Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side, for if I do this thing, it is death unto me, and if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not to do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord.
Now she was trying, and she stayed in the spirit.
She was righteous.
Yeah.
With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her.
And that's what she was supposed to do. Because going back to the law, if she cry out, then those men are guilty. They're to be put to death. You know, she didn't do anything wrong. You know, but if she didn't, that means that she was with it. Go ahead.
Then ran
and
the.
So like that's when you think about it in the spirit. The elect, you know, we're crying out. We're sighing and crying for all abominations that's being done. We ain't with this shit, man. You know, and we gonna put up a fight if they try to, you know, come to us and, you know, think they gonna put their mark on us.
Hey, God,
we don't consent to none of that shit, man.
Because we're being seized. Our liberties are being raped, so to speak. Man.
Exactly.
You know.
Hey, unrighteous decrees that take the right from the poor.
Framest mischief by law.
And we're the woman of the Most High. You know. Go ahead.
Then ran the one and opened the garden door. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at a privy door to see what was done unto her. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servant was greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna.
They're like, nah, she had never done no shit like this. How is this all of a sudden?
That is not of her character.
Yeah. She has more integrity than that. We've seen her. Why would she have us close up everything and, you know, go fetch the bowl? Why would she do all of this? You two old ass niggas, man. You know, she got but she had the king. The governor was her man.
And it came to pass the next day, when the people were assembled to her husband, the two elders came also full of mischief, imaginations against Susanna to put her to death, and said before the people, Send for Susanna, the daughter of Chelcias, Joachim's wife. And so they sent. So she came with her father and mother, her children, and all her kindred. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman, and beauteous to behold. And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered.
Here's the funny thing: take the garment off her face so we can see her. They ain't supposed to be seeing her. They just want to see her again. And they thought that everybody would fall into that.
God bless you. I'll see you next time.
Everybody be all right, man.
Take care.
All right, go ahead.
That they might be filled with her beauty.
Yeah, that they may understand what they were going
James.
through. that they may understand what they were going through, what the two elders were going through, and had the same wicked spirit on them about her. You know, that they would understand her beauty was lost. See, that's what it was. You know, that she was out there like that.
But why would she risk all she had to, you know, be shamed in front of the whole city? You know.
That's the point. Watch how it play out, though. It's cold.
Therefore, her friends and all that saw her wept. Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her head. And she, weeping, looked up towards heaven, for her heart trusted in the Lord. And the elders said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with two maids and shut the garden doors and sent the maids away. Then a young man who there was hid came unto her and lay with her. Then we that stood in a corner of the garden, seeing this wickedness, ran unto them.
You know how niggas love them. Niggas always got their lies tailored up and packaged up.
This is what we gonna say, man.
This is what we gonna say, alright? Just gonna go with that, alright? You know? What's up?
They go into how Uriah